5-Minute Friday. Let's go home. For this week's 5-Minute Friday, I want to talk about something that I hope not many people have to really deal with, but I kind of hope that you do have to deal with it. And one of my friends had to deal with this recently, and which kind of sparked the question, and that is when you're leaving a company or you put in your 2 weeks because you got a job offer for another company and they offer to keep you. What do you do? So let's put 5 minutes on the clock and see what happens. Now, before we really get going on this, I do need to say this is my opinion. This is my, this is just the way I think about it. Don't take this to the grave. Don't say, Roy said this, blah, 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 blah. This is what I'm going to do. Just keep it in the back of your mind is all. You're at a job. You like it enough, but you don't feel you're making enough money, and you know that they're probably not going to offer you any more money. So put your feelers out. You go and you apply at another place. They offer you a decent amount more money to come over to their place. Usually that happens. So you go back to your current employer and you say, hey, I got to put my 2 weeks in. I don't want to burn any bridges, but I need to move on. They're going to be offering me a little bit more money. And then they say, well, hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's, is there anything we can do to get you to stay? Well, match their offer. And if you run into this, they'll probably ask you, can I see the offer letter, so that they know that you're not, lying to them, saying that, they're offering me $80 an hour, so I'm just going to go over there. What are you going to do? Rightfully so. That I think that they have the right to say, can I see the offer letter? And you show it to them, and then it's up to them to do the rest of it. Keep in mind, my biggest thing with all of this is they're trying to keep you. You're not trying to keep them. So if you find yourself in this situation where they're trying to entice you to stay at the company, ask for what you want. If you want them to match the pay, ask to match the pay. If you want them to be like, well, they're offering me, $8 an hour more, can you do $8.50 or $8.25? Worst thing they could say is, no, we can match it. Like I said, you're the one they're trying to keep. A lot of people, from my experience and from what I've seen other people do, they don't want to upset their employer. You're not trying to keep them. They're trying to keep you. So keep that in mind. Like I said, this is my personal opinion. So if they do offer you something to stay, they offer you, they say, yeah, okay, we've talked about it. You're worth X amount of dollars. We'll match their pay to keep you there. Make sure to get it written down. Make sure to have it written down on an official document of some kind with HR signed and dated, with your supervisors signed and dated. As many people as you can get have signed and dated on the exact day that you're going to receive that pay. Because I've seen it many, many, many times where companies will say, oh, well, let's just say you're making $15 an hour, and, well, we'll offer you $34 to stay. Well, okay, yeah, absolutely, I'll stay. And it never happens. Well, I'll look into it. It's not on this paycheck. It'll be on the next one. Oh, well, don't put it past them. I've seen it. I've had it done to me. Don't put it past them. Get it in writing. Make sure that you have it some way, shape, or form. And as soon as I hate to say it this way, but if they ever come to you and they say it's supposed to be on this next paycheck and it is not on that check, my personal opinion, leave. That company is not worth your time. That company is not there for you. Remember, they're trying to keep you. You're not trying to keep them. So you got to cover your butt in all industries, unfortunately. This can be a very weird topic to talk about. If you're offered more money, let's say in a review of some kind, like I've had reviews that didn't go very well, and they said, we'll reconvene in 6 months and see where you are, and we'll talk about a mid-year review and raise then. Okay, never happened, because I didn't ask for it to be written down, signed and dated by my employer or HR or my supervisor. I knew in the back of my head, at this point of the game, I knew but in the back of my head, yeah, right, that's never going to happen, but we'll see. And it didn't happen. Remember, if you put in your 2 weeks and they frantically try to do something to keep you, ask for what you want. And I'm being blunt by saying this. Ask for what you want. The worst thing they can say is, I'm sorry, we can't do that. This is the best we can offer you. If that's good enough for you to stay, because let's be honest, changing jobs kind of sucks. I mean, it's awkward, it's weird, it's new people, new parts, new place, new everything, and it's not fun by any means. So if they can keep you, or if you can stay where you are for a little bit more money, but maybe a little less than what they're offering, that's up to you, but it's up to you, not them. Don't let them pressure you into staying. And then on the flip side of all of this, don't be surprised when you put your 2 weeks in, no matter how good of an employee you are, that might be your last day. And don't take it to heart. Don't take it as anything. Just shake their hand, say thank you very much, and move on. Right there, to me, if a company does that, that shows me their true colors. If you are a stand-up person and you give them a 2 weeks notice and you do what you're supposed to do and they just say shove off, that's who they are. This industry can be very difficult at times. It can be very unforgiving. It can be downright nasty at times. And it can be awesome at times too. It just depends on where you are, who you're working for, and what kind of people they are. So, but just like I said before, if you find yourself in the situation where you put it 2 weeks in and they are trying to keep you, they are trying to keep you. You're not trying to keep them. So ask for what you want. And if they can't meet it and it's not worth it to stay, move on. So hopefully that helps somebody. I know it's a little bit of a controversial topic, I guess you could say. Some people it gets a little weird when you start talking about stuff like that. It's a very personal topic to me. I don't like seeing people get manhandled by companies, and I don't like seeing people just being let go because they are trying to better themselves. It's sad that it's something that we deal with in the working industry, or just anywhere really. It's not just a welding thing, it's not just a shop work thing, it's across the board you deal with this. But just know that they're trying to keep you, you're not trying to keep them. So, like I said, get what you want. So, if you got a question for a future 5-Minute Friday, leave it in the comments below, or shoot me an email at roy@welderskills.com, and we will catch you next week.